Welcome back to Nintendo Academy, and it looks like we're not done with the Nintendo Switch Pro talk. Only a couple of days away from the Nintendo Switch OLED being released. Yeah, here are my thoughts on this Switch Pro. Down. If we are just meeting, I am Mike Perez, and here at Nintendo Academy, we cover everything Nintendo, from reviews, products, news, and a lot of other Nintendo topics. So if you love Nintendo, you have a Nintendo Switch, then consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss another Nintendo Academy video. And hey, by joining that notification squad, you're also joining our random giveaways here on the channel, and also helping us get to our 10,000 subscriber milestone by the end of the year. I cannot do this without you. I know we can do it together. So consider subscribing and hit that bell to join that notification squad. Nintendo Switch Pro is on the headlines again within the past week, and I knew this was gonna happen just because back in the day when Nintendo Switch Pro was a thing, we were all talking about before the OLED was announced. I had a suspicion that we were going to see the next gen of Nintendo soon. And then Nintendo released the Nintendo Switch OLED. And while we were talking about the 4K resolution and the higher screen, I feel like the news got mixed up and we were talking about two consoles at the same time. And not just one console. We weren't talking about the Nintendo Switch OLED or the Nintendo Switch Pro. We were actually talking about both consoles at the same time. And I still believe there's another system coming, and I feel it's going to be the next system for Nintendo in 2022. I still feel Nintendo is going to announce the next system in 2022. And before that happens, I feel that we're also going to see a Nintendo Switch Lite OLED model. If you haven't seen that video, link is in the description. I made a new design for that OLED model as well, so you guys can take a look and see how it actually how a Nintendo Switch model, the Lite version, would actually look. Okay, so that video is down below in the description. And then let's go over to this news article on the Nintendo Switch Pro, or maybe next console in the Nintendo Switch lineup. All right, so this is brought to us by Inverse. The title reads, Nintendo Switch Pro leaks analyst reveals one reason to wait for 4K. All right, so it says the company has a history of denying products to be in development, only for these new consoles to be launched quickly after, in some cases within a few weeks. Captain Games CEO Shirkin Toto tells Inverse. It's obvious that Nintendo will deny a lot of things because there's something called the surprise factor. And have you ever woken up on a Christmas morning and you've been surprised by a gift that something you wanted and you didn't know you were going to get? Wasn't that an amazing feeling, an amazing experience to get that gift that you've been wanting but you weren't expecting, right? This is what Nintendo does with that. They want to surprise us. So of course, there's a lot of denying along the way because they're just not going to give out all of their plans out there. They are competing with two other companies, and they want to make sure that before everything is set in stone, before everything is complete, their patents are in order, then they have to keep things secret. All right, so if we continue to read here, it says, is the Switch Pro real? Nintendo's carefully crafted legal statement suggests that it is not currently supplying the 4K dev kit mentioned to the article, but that doesn't necessarily mean kits haven't been sent in the past, or that it never wants to release a 4K Switch in the future. So why wouldn't Nintendo confirm this report now? Toto thinks the answer is pretty straightforward. Nintendo denying the existence of a 4K Switch model does not mean that much, because if it exists, why would they confirm that as a fact when the OLED model is just about to launch. Makes perfect sense. You know, why you want what you want? Why would you want to kind of, you know, downplay a product that's about to be launched to tell you, oh wait, you know, there's a better product along the line that we're gonna launch just a couple of months after that. So, yeah. All right. So for my 2 cents on this thing here. So I feel Nintendo, yes, Nintendo is working on a 4K console, but I'm not sure if it's the Nintendo Switch. It won't be the Nintendo Switch brand like a Nintendo Switch Pro. This could very well be the next console in the line of Nintendo consoles. Nintendo Switch is already 5 years old. By next year, it'll be 6 years old. And we've already have a couple of updates. For example, the first update that enhanced the battery on the Nintendo Switch. Then we have the Nintendo Switch Lite. Now that we have the Nintendo Switch OLED, we have a whole bunch of Nintendo Switch models that are themed. And we should be expecting a Switch Lite OLED version. And then that's it. You know, the next console Nintendo will release should be the next gen console for Nintendo. So Nintendo Prime discovered that there was a chip within the new dock that could support upscaling to 4K resolution. I don't think the current Switch will be able to do that. I could tell you that maybe the next Nintendo Switch or the next Nintendo, whatever they decide to call it, could be used with that exact same dock in order to play games in 4K resolution. So yeah, this is my timeline. This is what I feel like Nintendo's gonna do right now. We have the Nintendo Switch OLED being launched pretty soon, couple of days, right? And then soon after that, at the beginning of next year, we'll have the Nintendo Switch Lite OLED model being launched. And then towards the end of next year, we could see the Nintendo 4K Pro or whatever, Nintendo's next console that will take Nintendo into the next generation of games. So that's exactly what I think could happen. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Are you getting the Nintendo Switch OLED model right now? I think it's a great investment. It's a beautiful product, and I feel like it's going to be an amazing update to what the current model is now. And then hopefully later on we'll see the Nintendo Switch Lite OLED model as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's the video. This is my opinion on it. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you believe that there is a Nintendo 4K version coming up soon? Or maybe this is just a lot of rumors that we should just stop paying attention to, because we should just focus on what's in front of us rather than what we can't see, right? All right, guys, that is it for this video. I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.